Welcome to the first episode of Livewire TV Short Talks. I am so excited that you are here joining us. If you've been following Livewire TV for a while now, you will know that this is the place where we like to talk all about business strategies to inspire your growth. Now, Short Talks is another product that we've got, another new series, which is incredible. It's literally just 10 minutes of golden nuggets of wisdom, incredible stories, inspirational stories from business leaders who are really paving the way in their industry. I am super excited to bring on my first guest, Lena. Lena, welcome to the first episode of Livewire TV Short Talks. Give us an introduction as to who you are and what you're about.
Hi, Rohini. Thank you so much. So thank you for making me a first person to actually talk here. It's a great pleasure. And so I'm a holistic wellness and meditation coach. And as you can see from the title, so I'm coming from very stressed, overwhelmed professional background in accounting and finance. And I moved towards calm and grounded coach with all the holistic and natural techniques that I'm actually also teaching my clients at the moment.
Now, a lot of professionals do feel stressed, overwhelmed, anxiety. What would be your top tips for helping them to overcome that and go from that negative emotion, that low vibration, to feeling calm and grounded and positive?
Yeah, that's a great question, actually. To be very honest, there are a lot of techniques that you can actually use that they are non-harmful, non-toxic. Let's say you don't need to take sleeping pills to sleep well at night. And this is what I usually teach my clients. I usually work mainly with professionals that they are actually in overwhelmed, busy environments, stressed with work and all that. There are a lot of techniques that I can offer to them. But I think the first suggestion to them, just give yourself time to rest, because I think this is what all of us missing. And a lot of us say that we don't have that time. All we need is just a better planning of your day and taking care of yourself, putting yourself as a priority. That's usually the main thing that I suggest to everyone, because I think this is what is missing in those environments.
I think making yourself a priority is so important, isn't it? We often tend to make everything else a priority, our businesses, our families, life in general, but we often don't look after ourselves personally, do we?
Yeah, definitely. Exactly. I think this is main problem out in our times, our days.
It's not easy for everybody to put themselves first, is it?
No, it's not. It's actually a process for some people, especially because we not most of us, let's say, we don't have this as a natural instinct. And I'm talking from my own experience. It was always something else first. It was work, money, like making money, or just other people around you, that they have all their own needs and all that. And for me, it was like, it's going to be a time for me as well to get there, until I realized that it's actually, I should put myself first in order to have all that energy to actually deal with those people around me and work and making money and the rest, actually.
Yeah. So what's the process behind that then? Because you mentioned there is a process for some people.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's really on individual basis. For some people, it could be the whole lifestyle change. That was my case. For some people, it could be just implementing the natural relaxation techniques, or some people just like implementing a good routine, good healthy habits that you can actually follow and fall back onto when you are actually stressed. So it could be different techniques. I usually suggest meditation, because that just gives you a bit of time to rest, for your mind to rest, for your body to rest. And if you do that every day, even for 5 to 10 minutes, that already gives you that a little bit extra rest that you don't get usually.
Yeah. There's other forms of mindfulness though, isn't there? Because meditation, let's be honest, it's not for everybody, is it?
Yeah. Oh, there's so many different relaxation techniques. It doesn't have to be meditation. It could be your own hobbies. It could be running. It could be just exercising, yoga. There's so many different techniques. Just having a bath, like a hot bath in the evening, it is relaxation as well. It could be mindfulness just by walking in the park and noticing yourself there. So noticing how you feel. It doesn't have to be meditation. It could be just a very simple realization or just reflection techniques in the, like when you wake up in the morning, just notice how you feel, or when you go to sleep in the evening, just notice how you feel then, and just let all the stress go. It could be so many different ones. It's kind of like on the individual basis, I guess.
Yeah. So really what you're saying, to go from a stressed, anxious, overwhelmed professional to somebody who's feeling calm and grounded and positive, is it a case of having to tap into your inner self-awareness?
Yeah, that's a very big part of it, definitely, because we all have answers within. There's no answer outside, so no one can tell you what to do to feel better. It's actually you yourself know the answer, and this is why I usually suggest meditation or like a reflection. So in that case, you can at least listen to your own thoughts and just give yourself a time to actually realize what you do need at that time. So yes, self-awareness is definitely a big reason for actually where we need to start, let's say.
Amazing. What are the tips that have you got? Because I know you've got a ton of them.
I do, definitely. As I say, it's probably on the personal basis, but I would just say, just put yourself first, start there, start to listen to yourself, give yourself time to rest, and just relax in the evening. I have a very good meditation recorded on my YouTube channel that it just gives you that a little mindfulness, kind of like a body scan to sleep before you go to sleep. So it's kind of so you can sleep better. So you can use that. You can just call me and we can have a little chat and free initial consultation to understand where you can actually fix the problems that you actually have with your wellness and just relaxation or lack of that.
I think it's about building it in as part of your daily habit or part of your daily routine, isn't it?
Exactly. Habits are very important because we tend to fall onto our habits when we are stressed. And if you don't have the right habits in place, you usually tend to fall on the bad ones, so like overeating, or like using alcohol, or like smoking, or like a lack of exercise. So all these kind of habits, it's good to have the good ones, because when you fall back on them, you don't actually need to recover after this.
That's really interesting, because I've never thought of it in that way. Like when something does not go right, or in the way that you planned, you do by default kind of fall back on your old habits or your old ways of thinking, don't you? And I've never thought of it in that way.
Yeah, because it's just the easiest thing to do. So your mind is kind of like, it's like when you think about it, it's like a pot. Yeah, like the more things you put in it, the more overboils. So if you put a lot of things in it, it actually just tends to stick to those things that is actually already in the pot. You cannot really think about anything else. You cannot implement new techniques, or you cannot implement new habits when you already have too many things going on. So you always have to kind of like be aware of that. So give yourself that time to recover, to work on one thing at a time. So sometimes it takes a little while to build those right habits, but when you do, you definitely you will be thankful for that actually after you do it.
Yeah, it takes time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How long would you say it takes to implement a new habit? Because we hear different things. Like some people say it's 14 days, some say it's 21 days, others say it's 30 days. What would be what is it in your opinion?
It's actually a great question, because I'm working on this myself. So as everything else, I usually try, like every single thing that I offer or suggest to my clients, it's usually already tried by myself. And this is what I'm trying right now, to see how long it takes for me to build a new habit. And I'm doing the exercise every morning. So I'm on the day 36 today. And I have to say the 21 day, it doesn't work. So I could very easily give up the habit, just because of some kind of like other issue, like issues, or just a distraction and all this. So I kind of like, I have this idea in mind. So it's 30 to 90 days, and it could be depending on actually just different personalities. It could be 30 days for some, it could be 90 for others. So it might not be as fast as you actually think, but to
Yeah.
build actual habits, I would say it's 30 to 90 days. It worked with me like that for meditation. I meditate for 3-4 years actually already. So it's definitely something that it takes a while to build a habit. So you need to be patient with that.
Amazing. Lena, where can people get in touch with you to connect with you and find out more about your services?
So Lena's holistic coaching is actually quite a few social media platforms. So it's on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and I have a website as well. All of them, they are Lena's holistic coaching. You can find me as Lina Kochanske as well on LinkedIn, and just send me an email at lenasholisticcoaching.com.
Guys, I would highly recommend connecting with Lena, because from what I've seen on her social media, knowing her myself as well, she is so value driven. You'll learn so much from her, and she's always just a positive, uplifting kind of person. So definitely somebody to connect with. We are going to wrap it up here. Lena, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your nuggets of wisdom. And thank you to the viewers for watching and joining us today. Please do like this post, comment with any questions or any thoughts, and do share this out with people as well, because you never know who is going to value from hearing Lena's nuggets of wisdom today. Thank you so much for joining us. Take care, guys. Have an awesome day.
Thank you so much, Rohini. Thank you, everyone.